All right, so my friends, welcome. It's time for the banned and restricted announcement here on March 11th. And kind of looking forward to this one, seeing what's going on here. Of course, we see standard no changes, which is great, honestly. Standard has been one of the best formats in Magic now for a little bit, honestly, and perhaps the best 60-card format in Magic. Standard is phenomenal right now. I know it's got a bad rap. Standard sucks, standard sucks. You're wrong. You haven't played the format. It's awesome. Every deck type is viable. Tons of movement. It's been great. Looking forward to Standard Pro Tour. Going to be great. No changes there. Super happy with that. Up next, though, we have our Pioneer no changes, which is kind of an interesting one. So an article I wrote on CoolStuffInc.com last week, I discussed how Is It Phoenix was the most played deck by far at the Pro Tour. And despite that, and despite everyone knowing it going in, and despite everyone trying to beat it, it's still at a 58% win rate, which is absurd. Just absurd. And Treasure Cruise is banned in literally every other format. And frankly, I think it's if not when, not if Treasure Cruise gets the axe, but not this time apparently. Also, Amalia is kind of weird too, as far as both being a combo deck and the weird interaction with the pump spell where it draws the game. Lotus Field possibly also. So definitely some question marks in Pioneer. Still a pretty dynamic format, although I think it's been too long now for Treasure Cruise. Watsy disagrees. What do you think? Should Cruise have gone in Pioneer? I don't know. But we come to the big one here, Modern. And what happens in Modern? Boom. Violent Outburst is banned. And of course, Violent Outburst, only one part of the Cascade decks, of course, being Rhinos being the big one, and of course Living End as well, with a few other fun fringe ones too. But Violent Outburst is finally getting the axe. So kind of cool to see here. This is a powering down, not a complete banning of Cascade decks in Modern. Still Ardent Plea, still Shardless Agent, still Demonic Dread, but they're all sorcery speeds. So I think removing the ability for the Cascade decks to play at instant speed is pretty important. They can no longer defend their combo with Force Negation, kind of like not how Force was designed to be used. Force is only able to be used on your opponent's turn to be reactionary, not defensive for your own combos like Force of Will can be, but Violent Outburst kind of circumvents that. So kind of takes away the nimbleness of the deck a little bit. Will that change things enough? We'll see. Of course, with Shardless Agent and Ardent Plea both available, both cards still pitch to Force, and both cards are reasonable enough on an empty board. Demonic Dread has the issue of needing to target something, so it won't work on an empty board. So Cascade will still exist, but is definitely going to be nerfed a bit by this banning of Violent Outburst, and Rhinos, of course, being the big loser here, if you will. What's that do for the format? I don't know, honestly. Yawgmoth and other decks are still quite good. We saw Scam be banned on the last ban update, but still available as a possible deck without Fury. We're going to see. I don't know. Kind of an exciting thing here. There's a lot of power in Modern right now. Modern's a pretty absurd format with always MH1, MH2 cards and the Lord of the Rings cards. And then, of course, MH3 is also on the horizon. So what's going to happen when that set comes out? Oh, my God. The new Ragavans and the new One Rings. It's going to be crazy. I don't even know. So Legacy, no changes. Sure. I mean, stickers and stuff. I don't really know what the deal is there. In Vintage, Ponder is unbanned. Or unrestricted, I suppose. Not unbanned, if that's proper. I don't know what that even means to the format. Explorer, of course, is just Pioneer. And then Pauper, no changes as well. So these changes will go into effect today in Tabletop Magic Online. And, of course, there were no changes to Arena formats. So kind of interesting to see, although one kind of downside here is that no mention at all of the Arena formats. And this is kind of weird because Arena formats are treated differently than paper formats where it's like a different team. So Historic and Timeless, both of course are serious Arena formats that I love, didn't even mention them. And Timeless, of course, is show and tell legal now. Historic's been languishing for a while, hasn't really been touched in a while, and Yawgmoth decks and Wizard decks are pretty good as well, so we'll see on those. Love to see a little more unity here in the teams working on the bans and stuff, but there you go. That's the announcement. What do you think? Are you happy with Pioneer? Are you happy with the Modern changes? Do you want to see some changes in Timeless or Historic? Let me know in the comments. Sound off. My name's Jim Davis. Like, comment, subscribe, support the content, leave a comment, and let me know what you think. Let's go.